Hi everyone, I'm Steph. In Philippians chapter 4 verse 4, the Apostle Paul tells us to rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say rejoice. And so a few things to take away from this. Firstly is to rejoice. And this rejoicing is not just happiness, it's not temporal or situational or circumstantial. It is far deeper than that, far above that, in that it even in our circumstances when they're not necessarily going our way, we can still rejoice. We can still know the joy of the Lord in those things. And so we're told by Paul to rejoice. But oftentimes when things aren't going our way, we don't want to rejoice. But Paul tells us that even in those times we can still rejoice, not because of the things happening around us, but because of what we are rejoicing in, or rather who, and that is the Lord. We're told to rejoice in the Lord, in Yahweh, in the God of the universe, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, the one who is and was and is to come. And because of who he is, we can rejoice. We're rejoicing in him, in his character, in his love, in his goodness. Not in those circumstances, but in him because of who he is. So when things aren't going our way, when the world around us is turning to custard, or we are sad or burdened or frustrated or whatever else may be going on in our life, we can look to him and rejoice because we are rejoicing in him and in his goodness, knowing that he is never changing. He's not temporary or situational like the things around us. He is solid and firm and will always be there for us to rejoice in. He is our joy and we can rejoice in him. Which leads us to the question, when? When do we rejoice? And Paul again answers this with one word: always. We can rejoice in the Lord always. Again, this is not just when things are going good, not just when things seem to be happy for us or easy in a sense, but we can rejoice always, even when things are hard, when things are not how we wanted it, not how we planned it. We can rejoice always. And again, this is because of who we're rejoicing in. It's always because God is always. Rejoicing because God is our joy. And again, we can rejoice because the object of our joy is Christ. The object of our joy is the personification of joy. So I encourage you to continue to dwell on this, to continue to know Christ, and because we know him, we can rejoice in him always.